Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Dubai Stars, Rise to the Top. Today I have a very big guest in the country, in UAE and in the world. My guest is the Vice President of the International Real Estate Federation, having more than 1.5 million members. I am here today with Dr. Mahmoud Al Burai.
Thank you so much, dear Anthony, for having me today. Very glad to be part of this show. And I'm looking forward to a great conversation today.
It's a pleasure for us having you in here. I know how tough it was to take a few hours of your time. And Dr. Mahmoud, I'm going to start with the first question, which is, tell us why Dubai, why you came to Dubai from the beginning.
That's a very good question to start with. Just to make it brief, because it's a long story. To make it short, the story started in 2001. I was born in a refugee camp in Gaza, and lucky enough, I put so much effort, and I was actually I got the highest rank among my peers in high school. 99.7%.
Wow.
In the country.
In the world.
And then I was looking for a scholarship. And being in a refugee camp, it's not easy to get education and to get support and an opportunity to do your bachelor. So we send fax. I love fax machine, by the way. Send fax to Red Crescent in Abu Dhabi saying that this is me, Mahmoud Al Burai. I'm the highest in my country, but I don't have any opportunity to do my bachelor degree in the university. And then I received a call from the American University in Dubai. I didn't know what happened behind me in the background. I had a call from the Vice President of the American University in Dubai saying, "Are you Mahmoud Al Burai?" I said yes, and with a Lebanese accent that I'm not used to. I said, maybe someone is joking with me. A call from Dubai, AUD. This is to inform you that His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, at that time he was the Crown Prince of Dubai, has ordered us to grant you a scholarship. Can you come to Dubai? I said, are you joking? He said, no, I'm real. Can you come? I said, yes. And then, within a few hours, he sent me a visa. And first time to be in airplane, first time to Dubai, and first time to this great place.
How old were you?
I was 18 years old. Had no idea what it means to be in Dubai. So from a refugee camp to a city that's the dream of everyone to live in. And then His Highness was generous enough to support me financially, support me in my education. Came to AUD, American University in Dubai, with zero English. You know, being educated in an Arab country, usually they focus on grammar. He is, you are, nothing more. So I had to fight to learn more, to learn English and to educate myself. And I do remember 2001 when I came here to Dubai first time. Not so many skyscrapers, but the city was great. I mean, being built. And then Bill Clinton came and gave a talk in the American University in Dubai at that time. And I said that to myself, I want to be the valedictorian who goes and speak in front of His Highness and thank him in front of everyone for all the support he gave me. With zero English, I mean, how do you have such a dreams? You have to strengthen your English, you have to study hard, you have to keep straight A's so you become the valedictorian, so you give the graduation speech. And 3 years before my graduation, I wrote my graduation speech. Although it wasn't confirmed, you never know. You may not get straight A's, you may not be the valedictorian, but I said, I'm going to be the valedictorian, I'm going to give the graduation speech. So it happened actually. 2006, I was named the valedictorian, the highest in the American University in Dubai. And before I gave my speech, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed shaking hands with me, he said, Mahmoud, I want you to work for me. This is the same day, so imagine someone taking you from nowhere to be educated in one of the best universities in the region, and then on the same day of graduation, he gave you a job opportunity with the ruler of Dubai. And Then I said, of course, Your Highness, it's a great honor. I will be very delighted to be part of your team. And then I gave the graduation speech. And I do remember they gave me 5 minutes to speak. And I was interrupted by audience several times. The speech took me 15 minutes. And everyone was in tears because I shared with them the story. I told them, I want to share with you today a story of someone who was no one. And I mean, if you look at it, Anthony, you're one of 60 million refugees. So if you do the division 1 over 60 million, this is almost zero. But how you fight to become significant, how you don't give. And this is the message I always say, the message of hope. I'm a product of Dubai, a product of His Highness. So His Highness gave me an opportunity to work in Dubai Holding, and then in Real Estate Regulatory Agency, then a CEO of Real Estate Institute. Then he said, I don't want you just to be a bachelor degree holder. I want you to continue and never stop. And he repeated it 3 times. He sent me to Singapore to do my master's in real estate. Came back to Dubai. He said, no, this is not enough. So what I did is, because I wanted to stay here in Dubai instead of traveling and so on, so I did 3 more masters. So a master in finance, a master's in cities, a master in research, a doctorate in real estate. And this is all supported by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. So it's what brought me to Dubai. I think it's His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and God will. I think it's God will that I get this opportunity. God will that I get this great support from His Highness.
I'm speechless, like I'm just smiling, trying to comprehend all of this. And on top of those, I think it's you wanted to take something big of your life. It's like the persistency, trying, having nothing to lose. Coming from Gaza, it's not like you have many chances of making it in life, but God's grace, here you go. You are today here. You are everywhere in the world. Like no matter how we open social media or any website, we see you over there. And this is amazing. And this is all what this podcast is about: inspiring people that no matter where you come from, what you do in life, as long as you have the mindset and you're persistent, eventually you will make it. So I don't think there's no better example than yourself telling this beautiful story.
No, thank you so much. Actually, even your story, Anthony, is amazing. I mean, this is a country of opportunities, and this is a country of tolerance, and this is a country of happiness, this is a country of smart, this is a country, we have 215 nationalities, more than the United Nations, but the good thing, everyone works in harmony. We respect the laws, regulation. We have a visionary leadership. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed always thinks big. Whenever he meets with me, he says, I wanted to be number 1. I wanted to continue to be number 1. And he always says in his book and so many meetings with him that no one knows who's the second person on moon. No one knows who's the second person on that. That's why we have the tallest tower, Burj Khalifa. That's why we're thinking bigger and bigger all the time. So we are in a country that if you give it, you will take it from it. If you spend time and effort, you can start from zero. Your race, your religion, your color does not matter.
True.
The only thing that matters, you're a hardworking person and you are a tolerant person, then this is your place. You can do a great job. The message that a lot of people in this part of the world, in the region, we are in a region that has 20% unemployment, a region that's hopeless, a region that has so many issues and wars and stuff. So the product that people miss is hope. So we need to be in a place where we give them hope. We give them that hope that their dreams can come true if they put more efforts, if they believe in themselves, if they're determined. So, and this is the message. This is the UAE. It's all about the message of giving hope, giving opportunities.
And it forces you up, it shapes your mind. Like, as you said, I also came from very humble starts and, being a Lebanese, I don't know why we have this something. It's like they always teach us that we are in the best country in the world and we are the best people on the planet. And I'm sure you know about that. So when I came to Dubai, I felt so small. I'm nothing. And seeing these massive towers, these businesses, so it helped me get out of my old mindset, which was not leading me to a successful place and telling me, okay, now you're zero. You're even below zero, but you can make it. I was looking at people, I was seeing examples, people telling me their stories, how they came here without anything, no resources, no money, and after years of working hard, working smart, having ethics, following the ethics, reaching somewhere big. So we have to give it all this to Dubai and to the UAE as well, of shaping people, changing the mindset.
And this is the story of the country. And Anthony, if you look at Dubai Airport 1965 pictures, with 2 airplanes rented from Pakistan Airlines, with a watchman who comes 7:30 a.m., close the airport at 2 p.m., to 200 now destinations, to a country that has the busiest airport, to a place that's receiving all kind of nationalities, 215 nationalities, with all kind of religions exist. So we're not, we're a cosmopolitan, we are a United Nations in one place. And the good thing is the government is part of your success. I mean, we see a lot of people who are not from this country, but the government give all support for you to succeed in business, in education, anything. So we are lucky, as you said, and with luck also we've done hard work. We have a lot of people who came here but did not take advantage of the opportunity.
True. Speaking of the airport, I remember I was reading the book of Sheikh Mohammed a few months back, and he was saying the first time he went to London Heathrow maybe, and he saw the airport, he said to himself, I want Dubai airport to be like that. And this is like one of the most busiest airport in the world. And eventually we reach it. Now we have like everything is Dubai. Now we're seeing Dubai Eye coming, which is the biggest eye in the world. We're seeing everything happening. And I think this is only the beginning of what's planned for Dubai. So can you tell us more about the vision of Dubai when it comes to everything, business, economics, real estate?
Great question. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed was asked 10 years ago how much you've achieved from your vision, and he said 10%. And then a couple of years later, he was asked the same question by the same journalist, and he said 6%. And this may tells you that Dubai's vision is dynamic, and His Highness always thinks bigger. And not only His Highness, the whole team of leadership actually. Because His Highness believes in a lion that has lions, not a lion that has followers. No, lion with lions. So it's not about real estate, believe me. It's not about buildings. People always think of Dubai as buildings. No, it's about the quality of life, the lifestyle. It's about giving people a hub to live, to work, to entertain, the dream to be the smartest city on earth, the dream of being the happiest city on earth. If you see, His Highness has been putting so much focus on how we redesign our city to make it happier, the most tolerant, the most cosmopolitan. So the vision is we want to take this economy to the next level of creative knowledge and knowledge economy, and that's why we're investing in infrastructure. We want to be SME hub. We want the cost of failure to be zero. We want people to come and try and fail and try and wake up and never give up. So this city the dream is not real estate and buildings. This is an enabler. But the bigger thing is we want to give a quality of life. We've been talking so much about talented people and young, and now the city recently inviting all people, retirees above 55, there is a space, come retire in Dubai. So at the end of the day, we're focusing on economic sustainability of the city. We will continue to grow, building on the knowledge economy and creative economy. We want also the social sustainability. We want people from 215 nationalities to live together, different religion, different cultures, and also environmental sustainability. We want the city to be green, to be healthy.
So, I'm sure you have achieved it. End of the day, I'm seeing it's been 6 months, multiple influencers from France, moving to Dubai. They all have a story that they had some issue, robberies back home. We're seeing everyone who's really interested of having a life which is safe, living safely. Dubai is the place. End of the day, if you are comparing Dubai to the major cities in the world, the cost of living in here, it's not expensive. It's one of the safest city in the world. I think we ranked second after Finland or Denmark. When it comes to working in Dubai, there is no corporate tax. Actually, there is no tax at all. Like all what you make is fully yours. So we have achieved this one, and now mainly people are being open to come to Dubai. Like no matter who you are, if you come visit the city once, you will say, wow, I want to be in here. Let me start. How to get a property, how to rent a place, how to do. So people like to move themselves. And also we forget to mention something very important, which is the high education level they are getting in the city. So once you graduate from here, your work is guaranteed, whether you want to work in the UAE or living abroad.
Exactly. I mean, all these components together constitute what we call a smart city that Dubai wants to be. So health, education, affordability of the city. And this is really important. The good thing about Dubai is we provide a quality of life. We've done a great job in COVID-19 in terms of we are one of the safest and one of the best health systems worldwide. We also provide affordable living. And by that we mean affordable housing, affordable education, affordable retail, affordable even hospitality. So this city has all the ingredients to make a great future city, but at the same time it's a youth city. City has youth, city that does not sleep, city now people are looking down their economies. We open our economy, 100% packed to offices, the malls are full, the life is back, we're managing our economy, our airports are open, our hotels above 80% occupancy. So maybe something about the DNA of Dubai is the resilience. And we call ourselves, we are anti-fragile. Whatever pressure we are under, we always emerge stronger. 2008, I remember people were saying, well, this is a bubble, Dubai will burst, this is the end of Dubai. I remember at that time, His Highness met the government officials and I was one of them in his palace, and he said, we were thinking that His Highness will talk about the crisis or about what's going on in the Arab region and stuff. He said, I brought you here to tell you that each one of you has to give me 3 innovative ideas. You have 3 months. Change or you will be changed. So he forced you to think out of the box. And this is the fuel of people think that we are about oil. Actually, oil is 0% of Dubai's GDP, almost.
True, there's nothing.
Our oil is our mind, our thinking, our trade, our infrastructure, leadership of Dubai since ages. Leadership, Sheikh Mohammed before Sheikh Maktoum, and Sheikh Rashid and his father, Sheikh Saeed. They thought of opening up the economy, zero taxation, people will come. Whatever comes from oil at that time, we'll spend in infrastructure. We have one of the best infrastructure that attract talents, that attract SMEs, that attract businesses. Imagine whenever we go in international events and people know that you're coming from Dubai, and you see the excitement. You see people that they want to do business with Dubai. You want people to be part of success of Dubai. So the domino effect of that you're successful, I'm successful, he's successful, surrounded by successful people, and everyone is feeding into the other success, and we become all successful nation, happy nation, smart nation.
What's nice in here that we all praise each other, like we get influence from each other. It's like, oh, if this guy can make it, why don't I make it? And that's true. I want to ask you, who was the biggest influence in your life?
See, let me tell you the little bit of history. 1997, my mom died on 27th of March.
God rest her soul.
So just on the day of she was dying, I was in school. They brought me to the hospital to say goodbye to her. And she was telling me in her last minutes, Mahmoud, when I die, I want you to go to school. I don't want you to attend my funeral. And she died on the same day. And I went to school.
Wow.
And from that time, I said, I want to make her proud. I know she can see me. She can see what I'm doing. She will be proud of me. And this is why, from day one, I said education is the way. My mom, dying well, invest in your education. And my dad was my teacher in grade 1, who taught me ABC, Alif Ba in Arabic, and the support that I got from him. And when I came to Dubai, of course, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. I mean, the positive energy, the support, also Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed, the Crown Prince, whenever he sees me, are you still number 1? So this culture of love, this culture of support, you have no choice but to excel. And you have no choice but to make them proud of you. And this is why every day I don't sleep till I think, what can I do for Dubai? What can I do for UAE? They've been so generous with me. And I wake up with a plan. This is what I want to be. So, people that I met in my life here in Dubai, from all nationalities, inspired me, gave me a lot of success keys. So I don't want to let anyone down. And this is what keeps me thinking all the time. And I'm sure, Anthony, you have something similar. I mean, you always have plans. I want to do something big. You want to make this country bigger. You want your success and their success to be overlapping.
Of course, which I always say, like, I owe everything to the city. Like, end of the day, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't know my true potential. And now, since I know my potential, I think I can do way better than that. And I want to do more and more. It's not about, like, it's like the greed of having it. No, it's about, like, challenging myself, like, how far can I reach? And I'd like to know from you, Dr. Mahmoud, what is your future plans like?
Oh, I wish you could tell me. It's a very difficult question, to tell you the truth. When you are 37 years, I turned 37 yesterday, and you look back and you've seen I don't want to say accomplishment, you see that the job's done. So I was always dreaming to be an international policy changer in real estate. So I've been part of so many international bodies, including the UN, the World Bank, the World Economic Forum, International Real Estate Federation, and so on. So my story is now beyond the UAE. The only thing that I haven't done is doing my own business, which I haven't done. And this is actually, I really want to do something, not because I'm not driven by money. I never thought about money, to tell you the truth. I've been working in the government for a long time, and my last thing I think about is money. But I want to do business because I want to give back to communities, to where I come from, to here, to people who are in need. That's why I started my own NGO to support refugees, to support people in need. So building a business may support me in becoming even more effective in donating to international causes, to support young people who are in my place. I got an opportunity, but many others did not. So I always think of how can I be a great global citizen. This is my dream. I want to give back to beyond my area of influence or beyond where I come from. I want to be someone who really, I mean, how long we will live in this world?
No one knows.
If we don't leave our fingerprints, we will be forgotten. So this is our chance to think of how we become great global citizens.
So that's your legacy.
Yes.
Amazing. Dr. Mahmoud, I'm asking personal questions.
I know.
That's how I like it. And I'm happy that you're answering it all. I'd like to know what was a regret in your life? Something happened that you said later on, I wish I didn't do it, or I wish I did it differently.
I regret when I was at the AUD, American University in Dubai 2001, and I was seeing Marina was being built at JPR, And I had a couple of friends who said, Mahmoud, let's buy 2 beds. I think at that time was 200,000 dirham. And I had money that time. It was actually thanks to His Highness. I was getting a monthly salary, but I was spending it.
Yeah, of course. Living the life.
And so a couple of years later, this 200,000 became 1 million and 1.5 million. So I was not an early investor in the real estate market. I was in policy making. I was busy in traveling and educating people, but I did not invest till recently, to 2013 with Expo. So actually, I do regret it so much that I did not invest in Dubai 2001 and 2. And I always say, whoever trusts Dubai vision will always win. People who lost trust in 2008, they found themselves regretting, because Dubai actually after 2008, the market went up. And I say the same thing now. People may think that we have an issue and the market slowing down. No, this is a slow before another boom. It may be a different boom. It may be a more disciplined boom. But definitely this city is meant to be a great global city. So always align your success with their success, your dreams with their dreams, and it will pay off. Look in this region, in the whole Middle East. Who's comparable to Dubai? I don't want to even to say international. Who has the infrastructure? Who has the laws, regulation, the vision, the leadership, the tolerance, the diversity? Who has this? So this city is meant to be long-term.
Speaking of the international cities, there's something, we live here. Every 3-4 months we'd like to have a break, go travel somewhere else, see different sites. But there's something magical. Like once you spend 5 days outside of Dubai, there's something like a magnet. Go back, run to Dubai, and it became so weird for me that I seriously, whenever the airport doors open, I feel like, wow, I'm home, I'm safe, and I don't know if it's the same for you, but
definitely. You know what? Even I was in Ras Al Khaimah 3 weeks ago, and it's only 2 days. But you know what? I really missed Dubai. And I was telling my kids, I miss Dubai. I miss it. The great thing is that this is His Highness success. We made millions of people calling this place their home. And home, not only the physical home, what kind of psychological relation with this place? The love, the stories, the memories, the success. So even the moment I get into an airplane traveling, I feel like something from my heart was taken till I come back. So definitely, and we don't see ourselves living in any other place. And I think this is common among so many people that I know. They don't see themselves outside this great country. And yeah, it's amazing how much connection we had with this great place.
I had the same experience. I spent my weekend in Fujairah. It was my first time. I felt like I wanna just shut off, switch my phone off, don't do any business. And I'm telling you, like within 42 hours, I'm like, I need to come back. Even early checkout, I wanna come back to Dubai. I wanna ask you a question that we hear it from lots of people. Like, people, as you said, love Dubai, it's their home, they want to be in here. But most of the people, they're always facing issues about the visas, the residency. Some people keep asking us, like, in any way, how can we be citizens of the country? And we always say, like, tell them, like, you can have the 5 years visa, the investor visa, the business visa. Do we have any plans in the future or the near future of really making people feel like, yes, you're not like expats, you belong to this country?
Although I'm not the right person to answer this question, there is a government entity that deals with such issues. But as you know, Dubai and United Arab Emirates, and if you look at the evolution of residency visas, we were talking about 2 and 3 years of visa. Especially for people who invest in real estate nowadays, you can get 3 years, you can get 5 years. And also there's the 10 years, or we call it the permanent green residency. So I think we see an evolution, and we see progress and making people feeling that this is their home, this is their place. but I'm not really sure if that will be at any point of time citizenship programs. Although, this country has been always about the, tolerance, and has been always about inviting people. From His Highness Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarham at time, he was saying that this is the country of everyone. They can come, they can stay, they can live. But I'm not really sure about the dream that you're talking about, and I wish it happens, giving people more assurance that this is their place forever.
Amazing. Let us talk now about the biggest event happening in this period, which is the Expo 2020. For lots of the listeners or even the viewers, they have no idea what the Expo is. So can you brief us about it and why it's extremely important, first of all, to win an event like that, and what's bringing to the country?
Great. Expo 2020 now happening in 2021 because of COVID-19, but this is a great event that happens every 4 years in one of the cities. It was in Milano last time. It's happening in Dubai, 2021 October till April, which is a 6 months in duration, where 193 countries are expected to come and share with visitors and exhibit and people who visit their culture, their innovation, their history, their success. So it's a global exhibition for countries, for firms, for cities to come and share their experience, their culture, their success with people. So throughout the history, whenever such an expo happens, it's always preceded and followed by economic growth. So whenever you look at cities, like for example, in London. So Hyde Park in London, actually, this is the Expo London, 100 years ago, happened there. So it became a legacy project. In France, at the same time, where you have this Eiffel Tower, this is the place where Expo Paris happened. So it's always a legacy, it's always something that impacts the economy, impacts the social life of countries. So in Dubai, this expo is expected to bring people, millions of visitors to come and see this country, the success of this country, and also invite them to become part of this country. So we're expecting that people who come and visit may choose to stay in Dubai, to open up their businesses, to link with Dubai companies. The hospitality, the logistics sectors are expected to flourish, residential as well, holiday homes. So economy-wise, we're expecting this to also reflect positively into the economy. It will add also more to branding of Dubai and United Arab Emirates as a global city and a global country. So this success or this expo will be about sustainability, mobility, and opportunity. So these are the three different themes. So we are advocating for sustainable life, we're advocating for opportunities, advocating for mobility. So we're expecting that after Expo is over, a new phase will start with legacy. This Expo site will be transformed into university, into culture, into hospitality place. It will be also a convention center. It will be a new heart of Dubai. So now we know Dubai, Bar Dubai and Dera. It will be also Dubai South. So three different sectors. It will add more population. It will also, as you know, the location close to Jabal Ali Port, close to Al Maktoum Airport. It's a great location.
And not far from Abu Dhabi at all.
Far from Abu Dhabi. So we actually count so much on Expo 2020 that it will bring Dubai and the United Arab Emirates to the next level. So we would love to welcome people who are listening to us who are not from this country to come and visit Expo 2020. It will be a great opportunity to know people's culture, to connect, make business, get opportunities. It's a great exhibition.
That's true. Dr. Mahmoud, I just now want to switch to some technical real estate questions. And I hope we can find some answers with you, or you can at least tell us the answers. Nowadays, going back to real estate, we are finding some issues happening in the industry. And one of the main issues is like when we're seeing a new term which is called the commission kickback, where we're seeing nowadays that because of COVID or because of some personal issues, the agents are willing to give back almost 90% of their commission just to seal a deal and get fracture of it. And this is not only harming the proper or the ethical real estate agent, but it's also harming the buyers because they are trying to give them this mindset like you will come and start picking any person and whoever gives you the best offer, go with him. What are the plans to tackle this issue?
Well, that's a good question, and it's a hot topic. And I think, first of all, brokers here in Dubai are licensed and are, regulated by Real Estate Regulatory Agency of Dubai. And I know that RERA is taking action on this. This is unethical behavior, and we would love to see an end to this. And I think this needs the brokerage companies, developers, and RERA to work into a formula where such practices should not be in this market. We hear about such unethical behaviors. We hear about stealing others' customers, giving them kickback, commission kickback, reducing your commission just to win the deal, or even calling them from behind of the original broker who was starting the point. So RERA and Dubai definitely will take a strict action against this, but this should be reported. And this should be actually communicated to the regulator. I know they're taking action against few brokers recently when it comes to commission kickback, when it comes to some brokers who are employing freelancers to reduce cost. And it's not a fair competition. We want this market to have a fair competition. We want brokers to be ethical. Everyone does his job perfect, ethical, professionally. And also to protect buyers and investors. If investors see such bad behaviors in the market, they will not trust this market. And I always say brokers are the ambassadors of this market. If they reflect the true picture about Dubai, if they are about long term, they should not do such things. So RERA will take action, definitely. And also we hope from brokers who are influenced or impacted by this, they should report this to the regulator. And there will definitely be actions. We also look at developers are part of this equation. They should be part of forcing this, that they should not allow brokers to take commission kickback. And I have seen some directions from big developers here in Dubai actually threatening to take strict action against brokers who does so.
We've been receiving this circulated emails by saying like it will lead to termination of the contract, yes, and you will not be able to deal with us. The second issue that we're having, it's the fake listings. It is I don't understand from the portals, first of all, how they're allowing this. Like if you want to speak, for example, what's the price of a Ferrari? It's $1 million dirhams. When I come tell you I have one for 400,000, you will smile. You're like, is that with an agent or not? So we're having, nowadays, we're seeing the fake listings are rising a lot, and especially when it comes to developer stock. Where, for example, a developer starting price is 1.4 million. You're seeing an agent listing the property for 1 million. I've already gotten my client the 1.4, he prepared everything, he goes, he opens the portals, he sees this and he's like, what's that? No, you're ripping me off. So I tell the clients immediately, let's call the agent and tell him I want this unit. First of all, his answer will be, oh, the unit got sold, however, I have a similar one for it, let me meet you. And please do that. And eventually they will call and they will understand it's only for phishing. But I'd like to know, like, also what's the precaution from RERA to really tackle this issue?
Well, this is an important issue, and I know that the regulator has met several times with the portals, because I think key is the portal. And as you know, each property has a permission number and tarahisi number. So the porter has to make sure that this Tarahisi number relates to that property, relates to this broker. So this is part of it. We have to reduce the stock that's now in the platforms. A lot of this stock is actually repetition, is sold out, and so on. So there is, I think, a committee that deals with fake listing with the portals, and they are meeting, and I think there will be a technology solution where such fake listing will be automatically out of the system. If the property is sold out, it has to be taken out from the system. If there is a property that's listed by 3 people, and it should be maximum 3, people saying it should be 1, but even, let's say 3, we should not have that gap of price, okay? And also we count on the people's awareness. They should make sure with whom they're dealing. A legal broker that's accredited, that has been in the market for a long, someone who just came and he's trying to fish and he's not playing it ethically. So I think people should not be fooled. As you said, Ferrari is 1 million. Someone gives you 300, and actually some people does that. They go and buy something because of the offer. Buy one property, get the second free. Buy this villa, you get a Ferrari. Doesn't make sense. I always say, whenever the offer is too
good to be true,
good to be true,
it is.
There is a question. You always have to question it. I wish, and this is what I do. I always look at portals for guidance. I go back and check the system and see the numbers. But I only deal with brokers that I think are ethical, professional, have been in the market for a while, and they know what they're doing, rather than just being fooled. But the critical issue here, Anthony, is the portals. Yes, there is a business interest for them. They want more listing, but this conflict with our interest of regulating the market. So I think if we have the algorithms built within the system, that this does not exist, this was sold, this is not the Tarahisi number for this property, this is not the Tarahisi number for you as a broker, and also giving people the opportunity and the mechanism. We have RVS system where people can complain. I can complain about this broker, he does 1, 2, 3, 4. I hear also of some brokers that some brokers take the photos of another brokers, and so all these things have to stop. We need to make sure that we have MLS system with accurate listing, with accurate pricing, to give people confidence on supply in the market, the actual one. Because if you go to protests, Dubai is so much supply in the market. This has to cut by 50-60% if you do all the cleaning. And second, the transparency. As you said, this is the accurate price, 1.4 million. It may go at the last minute. I mean, whenever it's sold, maybe 1.3, 1.45. So there should be a gap between transaction price and listing, but not so much gap.
One more question about real estate, and we'll just something else. How about the service charges? In my own experience, I'm dealing with big investors. What I'm seeing is turning them off on the property, which is, for example, buying penthouses or buying units that have big terrace, and it's being charged a lot as service charges. And when they go through the numbers and they're seeing, oh, is this unit not gonna make 7-8%, I'm gonna make 3 or 4% due to service charges. The service charges in here, comparing to everywhere, we can say it's a bit high, although it's giving like amazing services, the concierge, maintaining the common areas. Is there any plan to reduce the service charges, make it, or at least to reduce the service charges on the big units, making it more interesting for investors to obtain such properties?
You know, recently, 2019, we had law number 6, which is the new law on owners association. And the good thing about this law is 2 things. Governance-wise, the structure of managing buildings, but also it gave the regulator a lot of power when it comes to approving service charge. So I know that there was a reduction in service charge in so many communities in Dubai last year, because the law says that the regulator has to approve service charge. So when the numbers comes to the accountant and auditor area, most of the time they squeeze the management company and they reduce it by 10 and 15%. And there is a plan actually to continue decrease and squeeze all the extra unnecessary costs. The only problem we have, Anthony, is 50 to 55% of this cost actually is utilities, which is the cooling and electricity. And as you know, such market has been always controlled, and you don't have so much say in it, and pressuring the entities who provide cooling to reduce and so on. So I know the regulator worked on sustainability programs, energy saving programs to cut 10-15%. But as you correctly said, we believe that reducing service charges is important. And actually, I do recommend that people, before buying any property, they should go and check on service charge and do their calculations. I think for an apartment, it should not be above 12 dirhams per square foot, and for a villa, it should not be above 3.5.
Which is that's the case for the villas. It's always between two townhouses and villas, 2 to 3 dirhams on the floor, which is nice. But the apartments,
there is a pressure, and I'm sure there will be more pressure on the management company. And now, as you know, the law itself gives the owners committee power to approve budget. So owners committee is now being formed in so many communities. They have to look at the budget and say, we don't want this, or this doesn't make sense, or go tender this again, or do. So we think that with the new governance, with the owners committee being in place, approving budget, with auditor, outside auditor, and internal auditor and the regulator, there will be so much pressure. The solution, eventually, the sustainable solution is to reduce the cooling price. And we hope that there should be some intervention to pressure the cooling provider to reduce their cost and to reduce their prices.
what have you learned from Corona, the pandemic, on the personal side or on the business side?
Personal side, to appreciate what you have. We were in a blessing. Sometimes we don't feel it. We take things for granted. We should not. Your health is important. Invest in your health. Exercise, reduce your weight, strengthen your immune system. On the real estate side, managing buildings, real estate market has been always less about technology. You see now technology is really important for the sustainability, competitiveness, and resilience of this industry. So we want to see more investment by real estate brokers and developers into technology. How do you do a virtual tour of property? How you sell it from A to Z, even if you are in London, selling a property to someone in Azerbaijan, in Dubai, without even meeting each other. This should be done. Blockchain should be taken to the next level. So technology is not a choice anymore. It's not cosmetic. It's really important to be adopted, and especially for brokers. There was an article, shall we say, bye-bye to brokers, the technology, we will not, but strong broker with good technology, with professional, ethical people will always win. So technology. This is the lesson we learned on the business side.
I want to say something about this article. No matter what they do, even if they create robots with the AI and to meet you and to guide you from A to Z, it's not only the real estate sale. Any sale is done is based on an emotional experience. No matter where they are on the planet, if it's not a human interaction, it cannot be emotion. So regarding the Dubai brokers, nowadays maybe you can go see a property by yourself, put the PIN code on the property, open it, have a look, but it's the real estate agent that makes all of the deal happen from A to Z.
This is a lifetime, this is your life investment. It's not like you're buying a coffee or chocolate, so you will always need an advisor. So I don't think brokers will be obsolete. I agree.
Dr. Mahmoud, let's say fast forward 20 years from now, one of your kids will see this interview on YouTube or hear it on the podcast. What would you like to leave them a message?
I wish by that time my kid will be one of real estate developers, because this was my dream when I finished from Singapore. I really wanted to be a developer. So I wish that when because I have two daughters, and there's one, thank you, to see that their dad has done so much in making this market transparent, invested in regulation, brought best practices from all the bodies that I represent. We've always brought best practices from the US, from Australia, from Singapore, to see this market the most professional, the most ethical. So I would love to see buildings built by my son or my daughter.
Amazing. Well, guys, you've heard that coming from Gaza, 18 years old, to building this amazing legacy. We are all so proud of your success. We wish you more success. Your success is our success. Dr. Mahmoud, thank you so much for being on this episode. Feel free to watch it on YouTube, listen to it on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast. Thank you so much and see you in the next one.